Hello, everybody. Welcome to something we haven't done in quite a while, but we decided since we were up here in New Jersey visiting for the silver anniversary of Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, we would come up to a Shared Universe podcast studio and hang out with our buddy Ming and give it a little live stream.
What's up, my friend? I'm happy to have you in here. First time in the Red Bank, New Jersey studio, 2 blocks from the stash. You guys are here for the 25th anniversary. Went to the Q&A. We've had quite an adventure. You've been here for what? Just under 72 hours, I believe. And yeah, I think you guys are doing it the Ming Chen way, I feel.
Well, we have a good tour guide and a host to take us around and showed us. We've been to some great breweries. We've been to some great restaurants. We've been to some great bars. And of course, we've been to the Secret Stash, so we really couldn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
You've been an excellent host for us.
Oh, of course. So this is Casey Mclain at the end, Master Brewer, Scott Hoverman, 3 Alarm Comics. This is Ming Chen, and there's only one other way to make it a true Ming Chen experience. We must do a shot of the amazing Malort out of Chicago. Thank you, CH Distillery and Jepson's. So here, without further ado, so Casey had his first shot a couple days ago. I posted a still of you making the face.
It's probably one of the best Malort pictures.
It's called the Malort face.
I looked it
it's
up
a thing.
after you posted it.
Yes,
there's a lot of pictures about that.
Yeah, for sure. So without further ado, we are christening a new bottle. We killed the previous bottle, Malort, except no substitutes because there are none. So let's see here. We'll go easy on you. We won't go full shots here. Just enough to taste it. There we go.
Enough to see the face.
Yes.
That one looks like it's a little more, so I'll give that one to you.
Jepson's Malort, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
We love it. Live it.
Appreciate it,
Cheers. To 25 years at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Yeah.
It never gets better.
Nope.
Oh, is there a possibility of it getting worse?
Oh, I forgot though. I gotta get the mellow corn though. That'll wash the taste out of your mouth. We have another liquor. It's not this bad, I swear. I wouldn't do that to you guys because I love you.
Well, then you got the bourbon up there too.
The Jepson's bourbons actually. Yeah, we'll crack that too. But
God.
we'll let the Malort settle. I'll go grab the bottle of mellow corn. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to Shared Universe.
Every time we've come to New Jersey, this has always been an experience, fun. Like I said, you've been so welcoming and allowing us to come in here and be part of your world so much that we actually, the rest of you, while we did the shirts here, we are actually kind of an extension of a Shared Universe. So after we finally moved to our new store, we can finally start doing this a little more often.
Yes. Okay. Here, hand me your glasses back. You're gonna have a little bit of Malort after tasting here. But this is billed as Kentucky's finest. It's a 100 proof corn whiskey. It's called Mellow Corn. Available, bottled in bond. I don't even know what that means. Do you?
It's bonded
under the U.S. government, superstition. So, sorry, not superstition, supervision. So this is approved by the U.S. government. Kentucky straight corn whiskey.
Yeah, it's a WMD.
Yeah, it is distilled and bottled by Heaven Hill Distilleries. We got to take a visit there sometime. But I was at a pop-up culinary experience in Atlanta, Georgia one year, and this is how we started off the culinary experience. The chefs gave us shots of mellow corn. So,
oh, wow.
I swear this is not as bad. So, while we're here.
I mean, yeah, this is one I've never tried.
You can sip this. You can shoot it. I mean, it's up to you, but it's not nearly as bad as Malort. But cheers, guys, to Shared Universe, to 3 Alarm Comics, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's not as bad.
Actually, it's not that bad.
Yeah, that one's
not as bad. Yeah. So, anyways,
but yeah, hopefully before too much longer though, we're going to get you back down to our neck of the woods to be there for when we do the grand reopening of the shop and the opening of our brewery.
I'll make it down there. Ironically, we were going to come down
right
for a free Comic Day weekend, and then I can still taste them a little.
Yeah. Then Mike had to go into the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, he had to screw it up like that, and I bravely, I don't know how to turn because you kind of sacrificed one of the best weekends at your shop to come up here to hang out.
This is actually the first one I have missed since the very beginning.
Yeah.
But, I've got 2 guys, Jason and Grant. They took over and ran everything. Didn't miss a beat and completely did things super well. been talking back and forth with them to make sure everything was fine. And they did a great job.
They didn't screw anything up.
No,
Store's
they-
still standing. They didn't burn it down.
I have all the confidence in those two. They are the epitome of what we kind of stand for as being a family environment at the shop. Even though we do have a brewery, the brewery is separate.
Sure.
But yeah, the shop itself, those guys do a great job of making me look good.
Yeah, you're fulfilling one of my dreams. All I want to do is drink beer and read comics at the same time.
And here you can actually do that. You can take one to the other and just sit in a little corner and read
That's
and have
awesome.
your drinks and just have fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we actually did a little soft opening where we allowed just some friends to come in and just try some of the beer to see what they liked. And so far, everybody's loved that pineapple soft serve ice cream one. They absolutely loved.
Yeah, Dole Whip.
We cannot legally call it that, but
No,
Don't
but
sue us, Disney.
yes, but there's there may be hints, notes of the popularly beloved Dole Whip in a beer. You guys are mad scientists. May have engineered something of that sort, and I love it.
Well, then, you
I
got a
think it's
chance
awesome.
to try one of the ones, which actually we took an inspiration from one of our favorite breweries down there, which is unfortunately is no longer in business, Cricket Letter.
Yes,
We did a mango cilantro jalapeno pale ale.
yes,
And that was really good.
that's awesome. So Three Alarm Comics, comic book shop, doing very well. You're also a firefighter.
Right.
That's your day job. Why did you start I know you guys love beer. Why? Well, here's the other thing, which just not baffles me, but just I'm like, what the hell is like you were able to start a brewery at the comic book shop and sell the beer there without seemingly with no red tape.
There's
with
a little
cost.
There's a little tape, but it's not that difficult. Why we started it was because Casey used to be the brewer over at Cricket Letter,
Okay.
and ended up with a lot of their equipment whenever they finally shut down.
Right.
And he and I have been friends for a long time, and we just got to talking. Originally, believe it or not, we were talking about after I retired of actually going down to the Dominican Republic and opening a brewery.
Okay.
And that's how this all got started.
Okay.
And then finally one day we decided we were brewing some stuff for ourselves. Said, you know what? Let's give this a shot.
Right. Let's share our love with the rest of the world.
And we actually built our own walk-in cooler.
Right.
It's powered with a window unit air conditioner.
Okay.
We've actually accidentally got it down to 15 degrees before we figured out
With
the
one
controls.
window unit?
With
What?
one window unit.
How is that possible?
There is a
You put a turbocharger in there?
there's a little piece of machinery. It's called a CoolBot,
Right.
and you attach it to the air conditioner, which
Okay.
it's a lot more easy than what I was originally told. And we literally, basically, all it does is tricks the air conditioner into thinking it's hotter than what it is.
Right, and
it continues running.
Holy cow. That's like, if you could attach that to your body, you could become Mr. Freeze.
You could become Mr. Freeze.
Right.
It might take you a little while, but you
Sure.
could be there.
Yes, ice to see you. Like,
I have a window unit and a backpack behind you.
And
Right.
It works great and saved us about 10 grand. So
that's insane. And because here in Jersey, if you want to do anything alcohol related, it's like 10 years of red tape. Like our friends at Ross
Right.
Brewing, they're not open yet because they're waiting for permits. This is like a years long process. Whereas you were like, yeah, we're open. Here, come buy beer.
But see, we are also not distributing either.
True.
We are actually serving only out of our tap room. The only place you can get any of the beer is our tap room. But what we're doing is it's allowing us to have fun with a lot of things. So,
Yeah.
like I said, we're actually be able to name beers after friends of ours. So you have your own beer.
Right, it's the Center of the Universe coming soon.
Brian O'Halloran has his own beer there, the O'Halloran.
Ohio Red,
It's that Irish red.
ale. Yeah, it's a red Irish
And
red ale.
then we kind of renamed one after Ross Marquand because he loved it so much.
Yes, have you named his
So
yet?
yeah, his is the Marquand. That's what
Or
he
the
wanted it to
Marquand?
be. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well,
and also Trevor.
yeah, it's Trevor.
Trevor Fairman?
We have
The pillow pants.
We have Pilsner pants.
Pilsner pants. All right.
So actually, we talked to Trevor earlier. So we're
Right.
going to try to get the schedule worked out so all of y'all could get down there whenever we do the grand opening and try to figure it all out. Even if we got to delay it by a little bit,
Yeah.
I think it'd be more meaningful to have all of you there and
Oh, yeah.
have fun with it.
I think us as beer drinkers and part-time alcoholics, our dream is to have always is to have a beer named after us, and you're helping us achieve that dream.
I'm not going
to
to lie. The first time we had one was with Cricket Letter. They had a 3 Alarm Comics beer, and I was like, my goals in life have been achieved.
Right. What was the 3 Alarm beer? Was it spicy?
It was a strawberry rum lager, I believe.
That sounds awesome.
And it was phenomenal. And since then, it's just I've been brewing for about 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
And then Casey's been doing it commercially for
Right.
quite a long time. So like I said, that's the best part about having good friends and having the same passions. We were able to go ahead and say, you know what, let's give this a shot.
Right. But you've taken the dream of a lot of comic book readers, like comics and beer, and you did it. You just went and did it.
Well,
I remember. Well, I remember you like FaceTime videoed me. It's like, hey, Scott, what's going on? It's like, hey, look what I did. And you swung the camera around to the counter of the comic book shop, and you focused on the wall in the back, and you had like 7 taps back there.
Well, now we have 14 now.
It's crazy.
But within a month, we'll have 21.
You're like, look what I did. I'm like, wait, you can't just put taps in a comic book shop. I was like, well, in Mississippi, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and you did it.
I mean,
That's insane.
It was a lot. I mean, honestly, the federal paperwork was the one that actually scared me the most.
Okay.
But I wish I could tell you the woman's name, but she was an absolute doll. She walked us through everything. I had her on the phone as we're filling everything out.
Yeah.
We had the federal stuff done within, 2 or 3 days?
The one I heard it took months.
That's
Months.
insane.
And then
3 days?
Then we still had to get the state part done.
Right.
The state part was actually a little more difficult than actually, believe it or not, the state part was more difficult than the federal. But still, that only took a week.
If even, yeah.
So
That's insane. It's like the Wild West.
So,
Like,
yeah,
like,
so-
here,
but-
you want to open a dispensary too here? Like, just
Soon, maybe.
well, you never know. We might end up with a still out back. So
moonshine.
Or
No, I'm just
distillery.
kidding.
No, he said
Oh,
dispensary.
distillery. Yeah, but I think that's just cool that you've brewed like enough beer to fill 14 taps. Insane.
I'm sorry. Look at somebody George Perez on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Andrew Stotto, longtime viewer. Hello, Andrew Stotto is watching on Twitch. Ming was George Perez on Comic Book Man. Yes, he was.
Yes.
I want to say season 3, episode 4, maybe.
An incredibly nice guy. If you ever never had a chance to meet him, you truly missed out. This guy was one of the sweetest, most giving. Like when you would go to conventions, he really didn't charge for himself to do sketches.
Yeah.
All the money went to Hero Initiative, which is a fund that goes to help comic book creators, because anybody that knows any of them, they have no insurance,
Yeah.
they have no job security,
Right, they have no pensions.
yeah,
they didn't get benefits,
and
and all this
they've
stuff,
actually helped out some personal friends of ours quite a bit. So I wanted to, if you do get a chance and you want to give something to a charity, Hero Initiative is a great organization.
Yeah. So George Perez, legendary artist, creator, unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago at 67. But he was on Comic Book Man. Graciously gave us his time. But we met him multiple times at Comic Cons. Do you remember the last time you saw him?
I think it was at MegaCon in Orlando. It was
Okay.
quite a few years ago, but
Yeah.
that was the last time I saw him.
I'll see if I can post the photo. But the last time I saw him, he loved Dragon Con. Loved Dragon Con. There's Dragon Con is kind of a debaucherous cosplay Mardi Gras con. I go every year, but I saw him in 2019, pre-pandemic. On the Thursday nights at Dragon Con, they do this thing called the Bunny Hutch, which is all the ladies dress up in a cosplay, like Playboy Bunny version of a cosplay. So, like Playboy Bunny, Captain America, Playboy Bunny, Iron Man. My friend did. She dressed up in gold. She was a golden snitch from Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter, yeah.
And then the men do like Hugh Hefner. You can do like the velvet robe, or I wore like a little bow tie and I wore a jacket. But I went up early, and George, first in line every year at the Bunny Hutch. He loved this thing. He loved the Bunny Hutch party. And I'm like, "Yo, George, what's up, man? What's going on?" So we got a photo with him. I was with 2 lovely ladies, all bunny hutched up, and I'll see if I can find the photo. But it's a good memory. He loved that party. Like he was always like first in line at that party.
It's funny you mentioned that. So we got invited this year to a Mardi Gras ball where they actually have bunnies as well. So it's one of those things where if you want to go as a guy, you have to pay to get in, but
Oh, yeah,
all
that
women
makes
get in
sense.
for free.
That also makes sense.
But each member of the organization has their sponsored bunny that comes, and like this year was the superhero thing.
Okay.
So they actually invited us, me and Corin up, Corin Nemec, to come up there. Corin was their guest of honor for the whole thing, and we had a blast at that party. But same thing, they had like Iron Man bunnies and Captain America bunnies and all these cosplayers running around. It was great.
It's literally the best. So all right, I think I have the photo here, and you'll see. look at how happy he is. Look how happy both of us
yeah.
are. But yeah, it's great. He was in great spirits. He was in good health. I don't believe he was sick at this point. Maybe I don't know, but he was he was having a great time, and he was happy to take this photo with us. So on the left is my friend Jenna Beth, Sarah Nielsen to her right, George, and then me. So that was a good memory. Like, I knew, like, he was a great guy, but he loved fun.
What I
Loved to have
love is
fun.
the fact that every time I've met him numerous times.
Yeah.
And every time he has always been very pleasant. He wanted to meet his fans. He was the epitome of everything that was good about the comic book
Oh yeah,
industry.
yeah. In all the bullshit and money and
No,
whatever, people getting screwed. Like, he was like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah, we got to be careful about that though, because apparently lately, a few of the comic book men peers have passed away. We had Neil Adams not long ago.
Basically a week ago, yeah, and then George. But I mean, that's
this
not
is a
our
bad year, though.
That's not our fault though. Like, they're old. Like, what are you gonna do?
Actually, no. This was a bad year for in the past. Everybody always talks about how this celebrity dies, this
Sure.
celebrity dies. We have actually lost some really legendary people so far this year in the comic industry, and it's a shame. I've met Neil numerous times. We've had numerous run-ins. George the same way,
Yeah.
and it really scares me because I'm very good. I don't want to jinx this. Where's some wood I can knock on? But
is not wood, so no.
one of my best friends is who I consider also to be one of the legendary comic creators.
Right.
And if anything happened to him, it would just absolutely kill me.
Yeah. Do you have any art by George? Did you?
I do.
commission
Actually, I have
anything?
2 pieces from George.
Oh, nice.
I have one page, and then I have a sketch I got from him years ago.
That's cool. Of course, Mike has the custom one that he got on Comic Book Man. He may have a couple others. I always regretted not getting a commission from him. I always felt like, all right, he's got this long list. Let his paying customers, get their sketches.
It doesn't matter.
Because he.
If he can't get to it, he won't even do it. But like I said,
Yeah,
that was
should've
the best
gotten
thing
one,
was though that usually almost all the money he made, he always signed at the Hero Initiative tables.
Yeah.
So the money actually went back into the Hero Initiative.
Right.
for
Although,
probably
honestly, I
most
think
of it.
getting the photos with and it's documented
Yeah.
that we were on a TV show together.
Yeah, you can't
like,
get
what
better
more
than
do
that.
I need, right?
Yeah,
So,
you cannot get much better than that.
Yeah, which was and he was always gracious to me and you and with his time New York Comic Con, Dragon Con, like wherever we saw each other. So
Out of everybody I know in the comic industry, I cannot tell you one story I've ever heard from anybody that is negative dealing with.
ever.
Every story has always been positive. It's always been
Ever.
uplifting. It's always been great, and they are more appreciative to meet him and walk away than than just about anybody else they've ever met.
Yeah, and Neil, great guy. He fought for creators.
Oh, you cannot take away what
fought
his
for those
contribution to the creator part of comic
Yeah.
books. There is probably nobody bigger as far as who pushed for creator rights and getting paid for a lot of that stuff.
For sure. And I have a funny story. So I moderated his panel at Comic Palooza in Houston in, I want to say, 2019 maybe. And my first question for him was, hey, Neil, so you just opened up a comic book shop in L.A. in Burbank. It's called Krusty Bunkers, which was named like basically his gang back in the day. I'm like, why comic book retail? Why the hell did you open a comic book store? It's a tough business. You know what it's like. It's not easy. The market's fickle. Rents in LA are high. Like, what made you open a comic book store? He's like, well, I blame you. I'm like, wait, what? How is this my fault? So I guess maybe back in 2017 or 16, we had a signing. We did a signing with Neil Adams at the Secret Stash. People came out. And the weather was horrible. It was like the snowstorm we were rolling
Like
through.
yesterday.
Yeah, except with snow. And people didn't care. There were lines out the door. And he was like, from that one signing I did at your store, I made so much money. I was like, well, why don't I do this myself? Why not open up a store? I can do signings like once a month or something. And that and the rest will just kind of be like icing on the cake. The retail part, I'll make my real money off doing commissions and signing. But the spark went off when he did the signing at our shop, so he blamed us.
Now, is the place still open? I don't think it is.
No, it's still open. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Okay.
People have been going over there in tribute, and I don't know if they're going to stay open, but I mean they can. I mean, of course, it'd be better if he was around, but I think they built it up enough where they can sustain.
Well, that's a good thing because the comic book retail business, which with you and I talk a lot about a lot of this stuff on the side because I have the sympathy towards Mike because I know what he has to go through. You have no sympathy for Mike, but
So I have a little sympathy for Mike, but you know, I like to see the hustle.
Yeah, but I will tell you this: I've got to give it to him, and shout out to Mike and Julia
Mike's absent.
both.
Yes, the absent.
Mike was the one that actually invited us up for this. We were planning on coming up anyway, and Mike has gone. Even though we haven't had a chance to spend a lot of time with him because he's been busy as hell. Actually, Mike has actually gone well above and beyond. And Mike, forgive me when you watch this, but like whenever we came in the other day, our appointment was for Saturday morning,
right?
And I asked beforehand. I was like, "Hey, can we actually bring something in to sign?" He goes,
Right.
"No." He goes, "But just for you, you happen to know the manager.
Sure.
You can bring it in."
You're a friend of the family.
But I didn't want to overstep my bounds.
You didn't wanna rock
I
the
wanted
boat.
to.
I hear you.
I mean, I wanted to be. I'm appreciative for everything
Sure.
he's actually done, and for me personally, because we
Right.
work a lot together with the shops.
Yes.
And so when I saw him last night at the Q&A,
Yes.
he's, "Did you get your stuff signed?" I was like, "No, I didn't bring it.
Yeah, you
I didn't
told me
want
not to
do all
bring
that stuff." And no, he told me I could, but I was
Right.
like, I didn't want to. I said I don't want to be a problem. That was basically what it was. I don't want to be another thorn in his side as far as what's going on.
Right.
But so he actually invited me back today. He said, "Look, just come back today.
Yes. Get
Bring
your stuff
it
signed.
with you."
It wasn't even a
And,
Kevin and Jay's autograph. You already have that.
No, I
You
already
wanted-
had
you
Kevin
need
and Jay.
everybody
Those
else.
are these. I mean, me and Scott have been talking for a long time, but actually,
Shuffle,
this
yes.
is my first time I got the chance to meet him face to face.
Right. Jeff Anderson.
Jeff, I'd never met before. Got to see Trevor again,
Right.
which was great. Brian, who I talked to pretty regular, actually.
Right.
But
Yeah,
you know,
you've hosted him at your store. He's made money. It was-
But
yeah,
if you get a chance, though, if you ever go by the stash, they've got this secret stash hardcover coffee table book
it's amazing.
that actually I picked up originally, and it was already signed by you and Mike
Yep.
and Jay and
Kevin.
Kevin. And now I've got pretty much everybody else. And actually, Mike saved me. I actually almost forgot about getting Jen to sign it.
Oh my God, yeah, she's.
And
all
we're
over
actually
it.
walking out. He goes, "Did you get Jen to sign
Yeah.
it?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Come with me,
Dude,
Come with me."
Yeah. All right, so you got it. You have a group signed
Everything's all there.
Kevin Smith Secret Stash coffee table book.
And what we're going to do is
Awesome.
I'm actually going to, so I have a little glass case that's, it's tough for, even though I'll tell you right now, every time I've gone to a shop, I hate this is not for sale stuff.
Right.
But this
that's
is
not
going to
for
be
sale.
this will be one of our, this is not for sale. This is me personally. And this is going to be something we'll have on display. We'll do it. Speaking of which,
Okay.
you and I have talked about this. So anybody down in our area, if you are fans of Ming and Mike and a shared universe, we will be bringing a lot of merchandise back down to the shop.
Right.
And we will have a dedicated area for shared
love it.
universe jackets or
Right.
hoodies and hats and,
Yeah.
and
Well,
shirts.
hold up. So you recently moved to a bigger space.
We did.
Where
Actually,
is the space?
so actually, we only moved 4 doors as you're looking to the front, 4
Okay.
doors to the left.
Okay, so you're in the same strip mall.
We're still in the
Biloxi.
same strip mall.
Okay.
The shop area is just the same size.
Okay.
It's divided up into rooms, so we have a beautiful room just for the back issue.
Okay.
And then we have an additional 1,250 square feet for the brewery itself. So the brewery, beforehand, the brewery was in the shop.
Yes.
Now the brewery is part of the shop, which actually, by the way, we have named it Backdraft, but draft is spelled DRAUGHT, like
That's
a draft
awesome.
beer.
Yeah, like draft. Like
So
draft.
it goes along into the 3-alarm,
Right.
the firefighter theme.
Yes.
And then, but yeah, so the shop itself is gorgeous. From where we came from, we started off in a 650 square foot store.
Yes.
Then we moved to 1,200 square feet. Then
Right.
we moved to 2,700 square feet.
Right.
Then we moved to 3,700 square feet.
Which is
and then
insane.
Now we're
like when you mentioned that much
so-
square footage to me, like the space we're in is maybe not even like 275 maybe.
Well, my office
here,
is
so-
the size of the studio here.
Right. And we've made it work, but of course we need more room for like kegerators and merchandise and yeah, so when you say 33750, that's like that
Well,
gets
actually,
me
no, we're
excited.
pushing
About 5,000?
About 5,000.
Holy crap,
now.
man, that's insane. That's awesome.
You have I can't
love
say it
it.
on air, but what we're paying for rent is stupid.
Yeah, you told me. You told me it's in line what we're paying for like a little space like this, so which is pretty awesome. So,
But yeah, they
yeah,
So yes, so getting back to it, anybody who's ever down, if you can't make it to New Jersey, you can't come by this beautiful thing, or go by the absolutely gorgeous Bellworks
yes.
studio.
If you're by Biloxi, yeah, come
If
down.
you're down in that
Shared
area
Universe
and
stuff.
you'd like to pick up some Shared Universe merchandise,
Scott
we
will
will
have it.
have some there for you.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. So, like the beers, though. So, 14 taps.
Well, actually, hopefully within the next
More.
2 or 3 weeks, we'll have 21 to start.
Right, but you have a Bananas Foster beer.
We have a
you
Bananas
a,
Foster's Hefeweizen.
like cilantro,
Mango cilantro, jalapeno.
cilantro, yeah.
We have
Red ale.
a red ale,
Red
a
ale
pomegranate goza, a stout. We had, it's already gone. We got to make some more. We had a Girl Scout cookie porter, so it was a dark chocolate mint.
Oh, the Thin Mint.
Thin Mint.
We had a thin mint
Thin
porter.
Mint beer. That's insane, man.
We did, what was the one with the coconut? Oh, we did a banana pudding Hefeweizen.
Okay.
Basically, what it boils down to is we sit down, we start brewing beer,
Yes.
and we're like, you know what would be good with this?
Yeah.
And that's entirely how everything started. There's no rhyme or reason or any plan going into it.
Right.
Like, hey, we're just going to do a Hefeweizen.
Right.
Also,
And then as we're doing it, we're like, oh, a green apple caramel Hefeweizen. That sounds
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
it's a candy green apple caramel, like the.
I was like, this could be really bad or really good, but let's
Right.
give it a shot.
Right. Let's just try it, and then like, oh, yeah. Usually it works out, right?
Most
yeah.
time, yeah.
We
I'd say
actually,
about 95%.
yeah, we had one that was not the best in the world, but we drank it ourselves.
Right.
So,
Well, at least you have that. If
Yeah.
it sucks, then you have to drink it. But
which, by the way, I'm guessing it's one of my guys. When they commented as the shop.
yes, Casey, blink.
That's probably that's got to be Jason.
Jason, probably. Jason, we miss you. Wish you were here.
I'm blinking.
Yeah, come back next time, for sure.
I would love to get my guys that are down there because I think one, they deserve a vacation.
Right.
The sad part is if all three of us take off, we are going to have to close the store down while we come up.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jason. Yep, we'll do.
Yep. We'll do.
But I would love to
man,
get them
good
up
man.
here. I think they would have a blast. I think they would have so much fun. The funny part is we're coming in after we get to the airport. From the airport, we're coming in, and Casey's looking around. He goes, "Dude, the entire area looks like home." So we're like, even the houses and everything else is like you're driving.
Oh, here,
through
you mean?
down, yeah,
Okay.
driving through downtown Biloxi.
Right.
There's
The roads were bad.
yeah, it was like, I mean, there was nothing really descript different.
Right.
But the only thing we saw on the way in, as we're flying through, he's like, "That's the Statue of Liberty."
Right. Yeah. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
I've never been this far north.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut up for a
It's-
bit.
it's
Casey,
been-
I'm gonna give you a chance.
It's been great up here. I've liked
You're
it.
having fun.
It's been great.
Okay.
Despite
And-
the weather, it's still been an awesome time.
And we got to give some shout outs. So, kind of for inspiration, you guys wanted to visit some breweries. And I was like, all right,
Oh,
you
yes.
we have, maybe 5 hours. I'll tell you the two, in my opinion, the three best places.
Source, amazing.
So went to
I'm
Source-
not gonna lie. I wish we'd have done them in the opposite order.
They've-
Because you took us to the
they've
top
all-
of the line to begin with.
They've all been great.
So we went to Source Brewing in Colts Neck. Amazing brewery. Like really, really amazing.
Cane.
Went to
Maine
Cane Brewing
was
in
just-
Ocean,
that,
which is, that's kind of like
banana pancake stout they had.
Yeah,
that was
Cane
nice.
kind of started it all in this area. They were like one of the first craft breweries in this area. And
They were
with the
incredible.
tap room. Then we went to Carton. They're
Carton was
also
good.
legendary in the area as well.
That Thieves
And-
oil they had was just, like I said, the flavors they had in it was just insanely good.
And that was
Yeah.
one of the first breweries I've been to that actually had a beer engine. The out of the casks.
Oh yeah, the cask tap or
Yeah.
pour or whatever.
That was nice.
Until Ross opens, I got to take you to those places. So once Ross opens,
Which
I'll blow
I-
everyone else out of the water.
Before we leave, I've got to get hold of John. John, if you're listening.
Yeah, John, where are you?
I want to. Yeah, we haven't seen him the entire time we're here.
True. Maybe tomorrow. He's filming tomorrow. We'll get John. We'll get Ross.
I still. I mean, I know he can't. He's not distributing or not operating out of it yet. But I still would love just to go see the brewery.
We might
and
be able to
setup.
hook that up. As a partial share owner of Ross Brewing, I think I can. I don't have the keys to this place. I think that's the next step. It's like, yo, come on.
Well, speaking of which, you could be a partial share owner of another brewery if you
Yes,
would like.
I would like that. Yes, I would like that. I think it'd be pretty cool to impress the ladies. But I was like, yeah, I'm part owner.
Which actually, I'm gonna spring this on you.
Okay.
Casey and I actually talked about this. So
Hey.
we already have a Center of the Universe beer.
Yes,
We do need a shared universe beer.
of course.
So we
Shared Brewniverse, but yes.
shared Brewniverse.
Shared Brewniverse, yes.
So, but we do want to make sure we do something. So we've got to. If anybody has suggestions of what you like to do, but the ultimate final say is going to be Ming and Mike. They're the owners of this. So.
yeah, Mike doesn't drink.
I
So
know.
it'd be
So the
more
final,
me.
final say will be Ming, but
Yeah,
we're going
like
to design.
in my
a beer
head,
for
it would be a beer that you would drink while podcasting, obviously. So it'd be kind of like a session beer, one that you could kind of crush
that's easy.
for like
It-
2-3
it
hours.
Sounds like a series of beer to me. Shared
Right.
Brewniverse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do.
Do it
Just
couple,
change it
like like a saison.
Yeah, and one of my favorite
farmhouse
beers
ale.
of all time, and I get made fun of for this, but it's the strawberry Abita that they come out with once a year.
That's easy. To,
one of my
but
favorites.
that's in our backyard, though.
Sure,
So
I know, but
we could do something close. We could do something probably better.
right. Okay, well let's start working
no
on it.
offense
Then.
to Abita. Your
See,
beer's great.
we could go back and like I said, we could do the strawberry rum.
Yeah, that'd be
Lager.
amazing. You mentioned you're a fan of Abita's Purple Haze and some ice or raspberry.
We actually
beer.
found that up here.
Oh, it's not down there.
we saw.
No, we
saw
found it here at one of the liquor stores we walked into.
Oh, yeah.
and they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
purple haze. That was the only Abita beer I saw. but
They have
they
it
had
in
Purple Haze.
bottles. If you're some places, I think our friend Jamie has it on tap, but it's a solid.
which is
It's a solid beer.
Which is strange
So-
because I rarely see it down there.
Which is, believe it or not, the first time we ever had it was there outside of New Orleans. There is a town called Slidell.
Yes.
So it's about halfway between us and New Orleans.
Right.
And they did when they originally started coming out with it. They didn't bottle or can it.
Right.
So we would actually bring this will take how long. There were no growlers back in those days. There were
Right.
no crowlers. They had these plastic milk jugs
What?
that were emptied.
No, they
And
put beer in
you
them.
you could
I mean,
go
that's
in
a
there,
container, I guess.
and they would pour it off of a tap
Wow.
and fill up the milk jug, and that's what
Right.
you would bring back.
Holy cow! And then they invented growlers.
Then this is long before the glass growlers, long
Right,
before.
right,
I mean, I'm
right.
sure they were around, but they
right,
weren't
crawlers,
that prevalent.
growlers,
Yeah,
like
so-
the pressurized aluminum. Yeah. CJ Cullen says, "How about a Malort sour bourbon barrel beer?" Which is kind of like my flavor profiles all rolled up into one. But yeah,
You know what? If we get a hold of a Malort barrel,
well,
I would be willing to barrel age a beer in Malort.
right.
If
Well,
they have the bar-
Grapefruit.
well, they don't age it. Well, that's not true. They do have barrel aged Malort. They age it in bourbon barrels. So maybe we get one of those that has had the Malort soaked
I
into
would
the
do that.
wood. We could talk to CH Distillery.
It would be the one beer like
You
all
see
right,
if they'll send a barrel down.
So,
That
but
would be evil, though.
we could only
man.
serve in like 2-ounce shots,
Right.
or 2-ounce glasses,
Right. Yeah, but still, that would be interesting.
Yeah, if
Sure.
you could finish off an entire one, you get to drink free the rest of the night.
Yeah. They have they have that the barrel aged Malort. They had just released one that's aged in mezcal barrels. Yeah, that one they did a collaboration. I tried that one. It was pretty awful. It was pretty,
So is Malort a liquor or liqueur?
it's a it's a liquor.
Well, that's what 50%,
Yeah,
35%.
35. It's a liquor.
Yeah, because actually I was thinking this one was the one was 50 though.
That
Wasn't
one's
it?
50. That one's stronger
Oh,
for
good
sure.
lord!
Yeah, this is a liquor for sure. So
Yeah.
a botanical they call it.
Yeah, with the wormwood.
Oh god, yeah. I saw we become friends with the CS Distillery. So whenever I'm in Chicago, they let me come by and they show me around the studio or the distillery, show me what they're working on, and I'm like, wait, where's the stash of wormwood? And it's in this big cardboard box. And like, oh yeah, just grab one and like put it in your mouth and
No,
chew it.
no.
And I did it, and it was even worse.
Oh god,
How long has that been around?
Malort?
It's been around for a while.
1924, pre-prohibition for sure.
So it's just strange because they didn't allow absinthe because it had wormwood.
Yeah.
In the United States.
So the
It's kinda weird.
story is they were able to serve this during prohibition because they're like, no, this is medicine. Like no sane person would drink this.
Well,
I heard it was
recreational.
He
good
told
for
you,
your
yeah,
gut.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for your digestive system if you can believe it. But during prohibition, Carl Jepsen was able to sell it still, but he billed it as a medicine.
Nice.
Because he's like, yeah, no sane liquor drinker would ever drink this recreationally.
Maybe we
And,
should have a medicine beer.
A medicine beer.
Now we can sell it outside the brewery. No,
Yeah.
it's pharmaceutical.
Just
Right.
a bunch of Benadryl in there, and
Right.
Well, the
yeah.
fun thing is, that, so we just got like y'all are here. Y'all are legal for marijuana.
Yes.
They just finally passed it down there, even though legislation is still
In
doing.
Mississippi?
Yeah, but
Okay.
here's the fun part.
medically,
Yeah, medically, but it's
Yeah.
still. But here's the fun part. That's the opening gate.
Sure.
If they ever make it recreational, here's the fun part.
Okay.
Is actually the hops used in beer and weed
Okay.
are very. I mean, like only like two genetic.
they're related.
Genomes
They're
Okay.
the
different.
same family.
So you can actually use weed to hop beer.
Wow. That could be interesting. And then you get all the THC benefits. Okay.
I mean, there's already CBD beers that do the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a few friends that actually do it. I won't say their name.
Yeah.
but-
CBD is I feel is a farce. Doesn't do anything for me. I don't know about you, but yeah.
Well, we're
I
also
think
going
it's,
to do to anybody that comes around there. We also are going to do vegan beer nights.
Okay. For you vegans out there,
So all you vegans,
come to Three Alarm Comics and Brewery.
we are going to the back draft.
Okay,
and
to
we
the
will
back
be
draft.
we will be doing vegan beer night.
I love it.
All right, I'm going to spill the beans to anybody who's listening now.
Wow, okay. You don't have to.
So about 90% of beer you drink is vegan already.
Okay.
Unless there's lactose or something
Right,
else, milk,
sure.
sugar, something like that is
Right.
added to it. It's all made from vegetarian and vegan stuff.
Right. Yeah. Hops.
Corn, rice,
Grains.
oats. It's
Yes.
all grains.
Yes. Water.
Malt. I mean, well,
Sugars.
that's
yes.
what I tell people all the
Yeast.
time. If you want to rehydrate, drink a beer. I mean, it's,
Right.
it's about 90% water anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, go ahead. You could have a glass of water, or you could have a nice, flavorful
do
beer.
vegans consider yeast to be vegan? Because it's a living organism, right? So
That's a
what's
good-
the
that's a good question,
what's
actually.
the philosophy on that? I wonder. It's a living organism.
I'm not sure.
Does
But
it feel pain
there-
when it dies? I don't know.
The
but-
thing is, there's wild yeast all around us. So
Right.
even
But
if they
thing is-
claim to be
point.
vegan, they're already.
But we don't kill the yeast. All we are using is a byproduct of the yeast.
Good point. It's still alive. so-
The yeast after we're done is still alive, and actually we
You gotta
continue
reuse
to
We feed it.
have
Right.
it, feed it, and
Yes.
have it enjoy itself and multiply.
Right. Right.
So we can continue
helping
to
them.
do so. Yeah. So
Okay.
we're actually doing good things for the yeast universe.
right.
Yeah, they get funky in there.
They do. Oh, so funky.
Get their funk on.
Way funky. That's awesome. And they get to eat.
That's right.
So all we're doing, we're a vegan buffet and brothel.
You're only there temporarily.
So I mean,
have fun, get out.
but then
vegan brothel.
then maybe a month later they wait to bring them back. They can have fun again and eat
yes.
more.
Yes.
So
for sure.
yeah. So we are helping the yeast culture to survive.
Right.
And
Where did you get your
be part of
yeast
it.
from?
Actually, Yeasty Beastie over in D'Iberville.
Oh, so right
yeah.
next door.
Yeah, it's about
There's a
10
yeast
maybe a mile.
purveyor.
Actually,
it's a homebrew
It's a
shop.
homebrew shop.
Oh, it is okay.
And,
Shout out to Jason, awesome guy.
Yeah, they actually, and I'll tell you right now, they actually did a thing. So I won't. Well, actually, you know what? I don't care. We'll tell it. So the big thing is now a lot of people love sours and things
Sure.
like that. So to create a sour, a real sour is done with wild yeast. Let it come in, and but even so, it gets a little funky smelling. And most sours have a little funky taste
Sure.
to them. They have actually designed a yeast to basically the byproduct of them doing it is alcohol and lactic acid.
Right.
So, like our pineapple beer
Yes.
is actually made with this special sour yeast that does nothing more than produce the sour part, and we don't actually have to let it sit as long either.
That's cool. Yeah. That's awesome.
And the best part is that normally when you brew a beer, you've got a ton of yeast left in the bottom.
Right.
This one, it doesn't give off a huge amount of CO2.
Okay.
The byproduct it will be, like I said, the lactic acid, which
Right.
gives it a sour taste without being too acidic.
Right.
And funky.
That's cool. What do you do with your spent grains? Like even
We
donate to a
actually-
pig, is there a pig farm you've been
So
getting
believe it or
into?
not, actually, I have been making dog biscuits out of them.
Oh, really?
Dog
So-
So nothing gone to waste.
We've taken them. We'll mix them with flour and peanut butter or pumpkin puree,
Right.
and we will make dog biscuits out of them. Which honestly, where all my dogs come from is from the Tire Dog Rescue. There,
Yeah.
shout out to them. And so I usually do up about probably 20 or 30 gallon Ziploc bags,
Right.
and I'll take them to
Dog
them.
biscuits.
And
That's cool.
have fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I have to say, I'm not gonna lie. Like before I feed it to my dog, I just want to try it.
Oh, of course.
I'm
You
not
gotta
gonna
make
lie.
Good enough for me. Good
I mean-
enough for yeah.
Because like I said, all it is flour, grains, and
Right.
peanut butter.
Right.
And
Yeah, my coworker Fran ate about 5.
So they're that good.
They were actually pretty
good. They're
decent.
edible. Yeah, it's peanut butter and
Yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
go
It's a
wrong.
cookie.
yeah, but it
Basically,
cleans.
it's a cookie.
It's nice. All the grains clean your
Right.
colon out. You're good.
It's good fiber. Yeah, it's good fiber. When do we get the Mike Zapsik beer where you drink and you get all cranky and angry?
Well, after-
Like, you start yelling at people.
I was like, actually, if we do a non-alcoholic beer, it will have to be the Zapsik.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like move over old duels.
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Zapsik.
That's not gonna happen.
Like the bad attitude beer, like the Zapsik.
Like I said, you give him shit, but I got to give it to him. Mike has been
I have
nothing,
to. I have
nothing but incredibly great with me.
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course. Of course.
he's like I said, I know he was a huge George Perez fan, and I bought a huge collection.
biggest George Reds fan.
which
I know.
had a lot of Perez autograph stuff and things like that.
Yeah.
And he and I talked, said, dude, I don't have that. I'm like, dude, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we work together very, very well. I know you give him shit 'cause you love him, but he's still.
I can't help it, man.
I know.
I can't help it. He brings it himself, much like I do for myself when I get made fun of. Like, come on, it's an equal opportunity, offensive, like party.
Well, that was the funny part. When we stopped by earlier today, he's like, "Man, I feel so bad. I would have to be able to hang out at all or do anything." I was like, "Dude, you've been doing this all weekend."
Right.
I don't expect you to come out. I said, "Tell you what, we'll be around tomorrow if you want to come hang out, go eat dinner with us or something afterwards."
He's not
You're
coming.
more than welcome
He's not
to.
coming out tomorrow.
Or I told him next time we come up when he doesn't
Right.
have something planned, we'll do something.
I would
then.
love to see him come down to 3 Alarm. I would love to be down there
I-
at your shop, hanging out. We
You
always
keep
have a
saying
great
it's not
time.
going to happen, but I've talked to both Julie and Mike both, and
I have my
I think
doubts,
we're gonna,
but
I
yes.
think we're gonna have to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Are you guys hitting any other cons this year? You're at Pensacon. We had a great time there. Unfortunately, we didn't get to podcast, but we had a great time. And
Well,
regardless,
After the move, we really got to focus on. So as we moved over to the new location, I found that we had way too much shit just lying around.
Oh, so what a
And
great
so
opportunity
We
to
are
move it
we
at
are
conventions.
We are going to have to start going through everything and getting things straightened up before I can really focus on anything else. Now
Okay.
we will definitely be at Pensacon again.
Okay.
But that's next year.
Of course.
We are there every
shout
year.
out to Mike Ensley every year, always.
Absolutely. Now I know y'all do a lot of ones like Comic Palooza and stuff
Yes.
close to our area. If I can get some time off, some time free, you might see me there.
Okay. Oh, that'd be great. That's a great.
Y'all invite
great,
us all the
great
time.
show. Always.
And
I want everyone to come to Comic Palooza. It's one of the greatest shows out there.
but yeah, I mean that's my thing. So once I retire, which is coming up very soon,
Right.
then you're probably going to see a lot more of me than you're
Oh,
gonna be
boy.
comfortable with.
Oh, well, always a good time when I'm around
So,
at a con. So yes.
Except for last night, I'm gonna lie. Casey and I had to punk out last night
It's
for a
like
while.
10:30. I get it.
Yeah, but while y'all were sitting around playing around in the theater, he and I were up at the bar drinking.
I know. We went back to the bar you guys were at, so that was that. So that worked out.
Honestly, I think the downfall was the food we had. I had the New York strip and scallops.
Okay.
It was. I'm not gonna lie, it was phenomenal.
Fantastic.
But that just completely did me in.
Right. Well, plus, like, we've been day drinking all day, so like it didn't. Like,
And the
yeah.
day before.
And the day before, yeah. It's always
It's been a great time though.
yeah. But
Yeah, I guess actually I got to turn it over to you for a second. You haven't said much. What's been your experience coming
yes,
up? And
favorite moments. Are you having fun? I had thought you'd been up here before. I don't know why I thought that, but
I've never been up here.
okay. But
It's-
you look like you're having fun though.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Like I said, my thing. I love visiting breweries. Everyone has been great,
Yes.
and
He did love
and
Johnny's too. though.
Of course, I grew up watching Kevin Smith movies, Clerks.
That was cool, right?
You
Got
know,
to yeah.
I think I watched at 11 years old, which I probably shouldn't have.
Right.
But
No,
so
11's
I've
a
been-
good age to start.
So I've been
I
a
feel.
fan,
Yeah.
for a long
So
time.
you got to meet the man.
Yeah,
You got your
he
group
was-
photo.
He was a great guy, nice guy.
I'm still cracking on because we've been talking about this all day. So before you guys got there, anyone who bought a ticket, you were sent a thing or given a thing saying, big bold letters, no autographs, no selfies.
Yeah,
Which, to keep everything moving along.
that got
I
blown out
understand.
of the water right
But
off the bat.
I heard you guys got in there. Kevin was like, "Hey, you have your phone? Let's take a selfie."
Let's
Yep.
go.
I mean,
But-
he announced he's like get your phones out. Let's just take selfies.
Yeah.
And I guess the guy who was his handler.
Yeah, Josh, who takes the
He's
photo
like,
op.
he's like, boss, you're taking away my authority.
No, right, but the authority is Kevin. He's
I
the
know, I know.
authority. So yeah, I heard Zabzik and him were like, "No selfies, no selfies." But Kevin just
They were trying to
said
get him moving, yeah.
We were.
I mean,
yeah,
I gotta give it to Kevin. Like when we first got there, we stood outside in the rain for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yes.
I mean, cold
Yes.
rain. Like we walked in, everybody that walked in, the floors were soaked just from the water.
right, everyone
dripping off
had
everything.
hypothermia. Yeah.
And no, but I got to give it. Like Kevin was the one that welcomed everybody
Sure.
as we came in the door.
yeah, he's the first one there.
He apologized for
Fist
everything.
bumps,
Sure.
everything,
And then the same thing. Like I said, he came around and he's like, dude, he goes, y'all just enjoy yourselves, come inside, get warm, shop around, let's do our thing. And like I said, knowing Brian for years and everything else, and Scott, like I said, I got to meet Marilyn
Yep.
and Jeff, which I've never met before. And I got to give it to him. I understand it's all business. And,
Sure.
and Kevin, I'm sure Mike, he's got an agenda that he has
does,
planned to
yes.
make sure everything else. But
Yes.
I've got to give it to Kevin all the way around. It was phenomenal. And I will give it to Mike too. So I just wanted to talk to Kevin for a second.
Right.
And Mike actually introduced us.
Oh, good. Okay,
And
cool.
actually made sure
Good,
that
good, good.
he knew that we were the ones that
Right,
actually
3 Alarm, you got
we did
stream,
the we
you
did
did
the stream.
auction, yep.
We did the shared the very first exclusive cover the Stash is done. We shared it with them.
Yep.
So
Yum.
he made sure he did. Everybody, when he introduced me to Jen, everybody, he made sure he went through the whole thing. So I've got to give Mike a lot of credit
Oh yeah.
on it.
Well, we
He took care of me.
We like our friends of the family for sure.
Yeah, he took care of me really, really well.
For sure. That's
All right,
awesome.
what have we got over here? Let's see. I just want to. I don't want to. I don't
You know,
leave anybody out.
we got Preston Plowd Emmons, new shop is epic. Daniel Ratliff, what's up, Scott and all?
What's up, Daryl?
Scott, all Daryl says, Scott, I stopped by the store a month ago. You were in the middle of the move. Okay,
Come
well,
on back.
cool.
We're in the new place now.
Daryl Ratliff also says, Ming, are you involved in this Kevin's Film Festival? I'll be around, but not indirectly, sure, but not directly yet. But yeah, there's a Kevin's Film Festival coming up. They're screening movies at the Smodcast. I think it's in
Oh, cool.
August. And yeah, I heard within the first like 48 hours, they got 500 submissions. So
Damn.
they need people to watch these films. If anybody wants to help out, I guess.
If you're in the
contact-
area, come by. If
Ernie
you're not in the area,
O'Donnell.
come here.
I know CJ Cullen's watching. He's one of the reviewers. I think Christian Cortez
Dude.
is going to do it. Like, it's a daunting task, though, sitting
Yes.
through.
Speaking of which, too, if you ever make it up here, one, you've got to get in touch with CJ. CJ is also one of the best tour guides around here.
Yeah. Oh,
and a very good friend.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man himself, says store looks great. So, okay, cool. I guess
That's
you're-
Jamie. But another thing, too, I will tell you, if you ever make it up this way,
Yes.
Ming actually has a celebrity working for him.
Oh, yeah.
And I say
sure.
this every time, even though I don't think he I don't know if he cares people know.
No.
But Christian is he's a legacy, and he is part of a 90s pop dynasty
Yeah. His dad was in the band PM Dawn.
and wrote all the music.
Yeah, his dad was Prince B for anybody,
Oh,
any
dude.
90s hip hop fan. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all fans.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, growing up, like the last time we came up, I think it was in February 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to Christian, and we talked for a little bit. Then I found out who his father was, and actually Christian was the person I was like, oh my god, I actually got to meet.
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah. He's a good dude. Great engineer, too. So, so yeah, it's been pretty amazing. So you're here till Tuesday.
Yes. Well,
What else do you guys want to do? We've done a lot. But hey, man, I'm
I mean,
sure.
At this point, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When we talked about this earlier, I was like, all right, so we have today
Yes.
and
Tomorrow.
early tomorrow.
Yes.
As long as we get in bed at a decent hour tomorrow, because we got
Okay.
we've got to get an Uber to go to the airport
Sure.
like at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Not too crazy. But
No, but we're also, I mean, the hotel we're at, as you refer to it as the Jizz Motel.
it did, yeah.
But,
Shout out to the Crystal Inn in Eatontown, the Jizz Motel.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. If you're ever in the area for
Right.
the price, bang for your buck, maybe literally, you can't get any better.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, our options were when we came over here. Our options, and actually, Mike was the one that told me about the Jizz Motel. But our option was
Thanks, Mike.
another Airbnb.
Yes.
But the Airbnb was almost $1,500 for the same amount of time.
Right.
Now, granted, we would have been walking distance from here in the stash.
Sure.
But I would rather save the $1,200 to spend while
Yes.
we're here to do other
Exactly.
stuff.
Absolutely.
The only reason we're there is to sleep.
Right. Yeah. So what's a little jizz? You know, like, is that worth it? Yeah.
Actually, they have new mattresses. I mean, it's just light
renovated.
jizz.
Okay. Only light jizz.
It's not jizzed
So-
up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's no crusty, there's no sticking of floor, stuff like that. We're good.
Okay. Well, congratulations then, I guess. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, you know, maybe a couple other breweries to take you to, but, like, I really did take you to the best one, so it's only going to be...
I mean, honestly, we've actually already talked. I said we want to go back to Source before it's over with.
Okay.
Well, actually, we
Well-
even looked it up. It's like 11 miles from our hotel.
Yeah, it's not far.
And the distillery also beside
And
us.
we
Is that
never
owned by-
had a chance to do the distillery.
Shout out to...
Is that owned by the same people?
No,
Or-
different people.
Nice.
Same property, different people.
But yeah, I mean, I've got to give it to you. When you said I'm going to take you to the three best places
Yes.
in New Jersey, you took us to the three best breweries in New
Right.
Jersey.
You know, until the best place opens up, Ross Brewing, yes.
Yeah, but and I'm not going to disagree with you at all because I've had a lot of Ross's stuff.
Yes.
Which is something we have to talk about. And I've tried to talk to John a few times about possibly sending me some stuff,
Oh, yeah.
but he never follows through. Come on, Ross, John.
We
Come
need
on.
to get into Biloxi. It's like, oh, he'll get it once he sees the shop. Like, oh,
Well, all we got to do because to get our distributor to carry them there,
Yeah.
but I don't actually to get into Mississippi. I think it's only like $1,000.
right, yeah. Or you can order a raw spring through a tap room.
Well, unfortunately, so with our state though, we
no tap room.
no, if it's not allowed
dang.
in by the so liquor,
Right.
we're very limited
Okay.
as far as we get because if it's not carried by the state, it's not allowed in.
Okay.
So you can't even
Lame,
ship it.
but
into
okay.
it.
Yes.
You can't. You can't go through legitimate channels to ship it in.
Okay.
But if Ross decides to want to come into Mississippi, and I can guarantee you, we happen to have a good friend that works at one of the distributors.
Right.
We could probably help him out and get him in pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure it's gonna happen. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So
So
that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you fell in love with Source Brewing because yeah, one of our.
oh no,
favorites,
Kane
you know.
was phenomenal
Kane,
as well.
and
I'm not
we-
gonna lie.
and we went to Carton.
and
This is
Carton
the
was
free one, too.
really really good. We actually found some Carton beer earlier with one of the stores we went.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
So, yeah.
and I've seen them as far as like Rome, Georgia. I was in a
Really?
little bar / bottle shop, and I was like, holy crap, they got Carton Brewing here. So
And shout out to I wish I could remember her name, the bartender we had over there. She was just incredible. Where?
at Carton?
Carton.
Danielle.
Danielle?
Danielle was
She
one
was
of 'em.
incredible.
Yes.
Took care of us. Actually, showed us around, gave us the rundown of everything. She was
She knew
really,
her.
really good.
She knew her beer.
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
did.
She knew her
really did.
shit, man. So pretty awesome.
And
So-
the people at Kane, like I said, were just insanely good. And I can't speak how. If you are ever in this area, go to those 3 breweries. Not one of them. Go to all 3 breweries. They were all exceptionally well.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. But yeah, well, I wanted to inspire you guys, as brewers and
You know, I mean,
You got some ideas
launching.
flowing.
Yeah,
on the
for
beer
sure.
tried for sure.
well, the worst part is like every time I was like, how can we recreate this?
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't want to do that. That's
No,
not
no.
going to be our thing.
No,
But
but you'd be like, hey, well, we could do.
but actually, what I thought about was how could we be inspired by this?
Right. But it's like, oh, this is cool. Like,
Oh, that mango sticky rice.
mango sticky rice beer.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah, Source Brewing.
That was at a whole new level.
big time. Yeah, glad you guys enjoyed it. So, stuck around for the Q&A a little bit yesterday. Did you?
We did. Actually, had fun. Actually, honestly, out of everything there though, and I wish I would have taken a picture with him. We met the internet famous Peter Griffin.
Oh, the real Peter Griffin, our friend Robert Frenzy.
Oh my! I wish I would have taken a
Why
picture
didn't you
with
take
him.
a photo of him?
I didn't think about it at the time, but as soon as I'm talking with him, and he's Peter Griffin all the time, or actually, when he's
Pretty
dressed
much,
up.
yeah. So, yeah, if you haven't seen him, look up Instagram, YouTube, the real Peter Griffin.
Oh,
our friend Robert.
he is incredible.
He cosplays Peter Griffin, but he looks just like him in real life. White shirt, green pants, the glasses, the
Just
haircut,
phenomenal.
the voice, and
The
yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, the
I mean,
laugh.
just-
Yeah,
But yeah, that was honestly out of everything here. I mean, love meeting Kevin, love meeting Jay, love meeting
Yeah.
Marilyn, Brian, everybody else.
yeah. They love.
I
him,
got to meet the real Peter Griffin.
Yeah, what Seth MacFarlane loves him. Like it's a whole thing. It's pretty funny.
So he's from here.
He lives in Long Island, so he's not that far.
Okay, all right, cool.
We see him. He goes to Comic Cons. He's a big cosplayer. He's a personality. Good
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
I've
he's
known him.
definitely-
Known him for a while now. So
I was like, dude, I should have got an autograph
yeah, from the real Peter
from the real
Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
Well, they just need to do a live action.
Yeah.
Oh, if they ever do a live action,
he would
they
be
won't get
Pete- it would
anything
be
better
him.
than him.
Yeah, you can't. Like he is Peter Griffin, and yeah, like the build, the body,
I mean,
everything, man.
It's
Everything.
incredible. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah.
Just make sure we got anybody.
Yeah, Preston, Alan Borman, start counting at 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Yeah. Chris Hewitt is tuning in. Chris Hewitt,
Chris is actually in our area.
7-year
as well,
anniversary
so-
with his wife. Congratulations, Chris Hewitt.
Oh, good job, Christian.
Yes, Christopher Hewitt, awesome. Yes.
Yeah, actually, but Chris keeps trying to talk about. He keeps saying he can come by, but if something happens where he ends up
Yep,
not
always
being able
invited
to.
that. He's close to the Pensacola area. Maybe we'll see him at Pensacon next
Chris,
year.
I can't
Cool.
wait to meet him face to face.
Yeah.
We talked back and forth and kind of known each other through streaming. And,
Yeah, he
and
sent us
something else
comics.
for
He's
years.
a good dude.
So I
Shout
can't
out
wait
to
to
Chris.
meet him face to face
Yeah.
and get to know him and actually tell him thank you for all the support he's done with us so far.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, I know we're actually we got stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, you're going to source. I might take you to the Dirt Bar real quick. for
Yeah, we
one,
have not gone to the Dirt Bar
Yeah,
yet.
let's see if CJ, if you're listening, I think we're gonna head over there for one.
Well, you know the best way to end this, right?
Oh God, I think I'm good. I got to drive your asses back to the Dirt Bar. So.
Oh, he can
Yeah,
still do.
yeah.
I will
I'm
tap out
actually
too, but
Yeah,
It was
that mellow corn is actually very strong.
actually to sip on it is actually not that
it's not
bad.
bad. It's not bad. Like I would like sip on it.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
what besides the brewery, anything up next for Three Alarm Comics?
like I said, the next thing we're going to do is our
Grand
grand
opening.
reopening, and then the opening of the brewery. So if we can work things out,
Hopefully,
even if we
early
can't do
July.
it for then, Ming will be back eventually. So if you're in our
Oh yeah,
area, you want to see Ming again.
I love Biloxi, Ocean Springs.
Yeah, we're gonna have Brian back,
Gulfport.
Trevor. So we'll get everything going, and we'll be making announcements as soon as we have everything nailed down and figured out. Other than that, if you're not in our area, support your local comic shop in New Jersey and Mississippi and California, wherever. Barnes and Nobles are fine, but spend your money at your local comic shop.
Yeah. Big
and
shout out to
breweries.
Preston Plout Emmons. Wife just found out we're having a boy. Going to name him Scott Ming Emmons. Like, that'll work.
I don't know if I
Work,
want that responsibility.
Ellen Bohannon, while you all sound like you've had a couple. Okay, cool. All right.
Well, it depends on what their name were.
And Chris Hewitt, you rock Ming and the Three Alarm Comics crew. Thank you, Chris Hewitt. We love you.
And once again, before we go, though, make sure that if you're looking for some shared universe merchandise or some Three Alarm Comic
Yes.
merchandise, we're actually going to redo their. We've only done about 36 of these shirts.
Yeah.
We're actually going to do another run of these. So if there's
Amazing.
some stuff you're looking for, we'll have
Take care of it.
official shared universe merchandise available at the shop.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Guys, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Welcome back and welcome back. So
It's been a great time.
see you guys later.